Wow, chat is active today. Sure is. I expect everyone is still still doing their Christmas celebrations, their New Year's holidays. Guess these pauldrons are ready to group loops. Really want to make sure that they are though. I got to add a trim. That people getting drunk while you toil. I could go for a bottle of soju right now. That would be nice. That it's midnight here. I don't know if they do alcohol deliveries. Maybe that's a good thing that they don't. I don't want to become an alcoholic. How about you, Mo? How's your holiday? How come you're not getting drunk with your friends? Hey, Zaratan. How does it go, Zaratan Cho? Unknown, is it coming or going? That is a good question. God, pressure is not behaving once again. Finally. Hey, Banana Barn. Are you banana bored yet? Now that the update hasn't come out yet? Rejoining the cult of soon is never an easy task. What the fuck? I think there's an invisible poly here. Gotta be. Always the invisibles. Invisibles. Yes. Game dev is just like that. It's either you have an update or you don't. There's never really anything in between. So sad. Yeah, we have a like an invisible polygon nightmare. Oh, that one doesn't have one. Right, well, just I really should have deleted the invisible polys before I be remeshed. I have to do all this. To update or not to update? Is that the question? For next New Year, we gotta get like some Christmas party hats, guys. I'm gonna try to make it my mission to provide people with like New Year's / Christmas decoration, the Arena Hub for sure. Gotta have that. That's more important than any update ever. Like more important than the GA update, more important than the Arena update, more important than the procedural weapons update. Yeah, next year. Next year we'll have. We'll definitely try to get. At least I'll try to convince Maddock that it's a good idea to add like Christmas decoration. Because the holidays only come once a year, so you gotta. No, I mean next. You know what I mean next year. Smartass. Yeah, we gotta get some dope Christmas accoutrements. I'm thinking like a Christmas tree made out of swords, like Game of Thrones style, and then we can put like skulls and shit on it. Had so little updates, your skin turned brittle. Oh my god! So you're kind of like you've kind of become like the banana that you you buy years ago, and then you put it somewhere in the back of your fridge, and it's been in the back of the fridge so long that it's turned like all black, and then like it melts first, but then it dries. So you're at like the drying stage. That's terrible. Sorry, Banana Born. I guess it depends on what kind of banana you buy too. Like if you buy like Dole bananas, they tend to spoil a little slower than like local bananas. They have local bananas here in Malaysia. Maybe it's all the GMOs. Get a jack-o'-lantern on the ogre for Halloween. Yeah, that would be cool. Like a glowing, flaming jack-o'-lantern head. You're flat out shocked by how good this armor looks? Thank you. To be fair, I've been spending a little longer than I normally would on a suit of armor. Then again, I think the bit of extra time is worth it. Better to produce good work and deliver it slowly than produce bad work. Because then there's no point in delivering work at all if it's not high quality. Draw size 13. Curve mode. Gotta get that curve mode. Let's go, dude. 10. So looks good. Let's go change the bed size to Alright. Put this. That's disgusting. Why would your hand smell like onion if you don't have enough updates? Is that like a masturbation joke that I'm not picking up on? Gotta be right. Came up with a joke earlier. Why isn't Exanima just a physics-based Dark Souls? I don't know, Scully suffers. Why isn't Exanima just a physics-based Dark Souls? Go kick off the new year with a Exanima joke. Exanima has no patches. Oh wow. That's actually really good. Fuck, dude. It hits a bit close to home though. It's good, but it also hurts. You just come up with that on your own, like right there on the spot. Pretty good. Pretty good joke. Got a jester in our midst. Shorten these. That add a bit more detail by the width of the lanes. The watermelon! Oh my god, guys, that Pon Pon song is stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head for the past 3 days. Cyberpunk Pon Pon song. Like non-stop Pon Pon in my head. Shout out to Maddock. I wonder if he likes Pon Pon. Probably doesn't. It's not buggy to the point where it's unplayable. Like the reason why you see lots of bugs is because it gets upvotes on Reddit. There are parts that are buggy, but if you play on PC on a mid-range computer, you won't really encounter any game-breaking ones. I think most of them are on Xbox, the bugs. The heck happened here? We are actually talking about possibly like the possibility of adding uh or maybe like talking about not really the possibility, but just like thinking about RTX for Exanima, like how that would go in the dev meeting today. The problem is that it's really resource intensive RTX. You need a decent setup, and the global illumination system is very accurate. The one that's being made for Exanima. So I don't think RTX is coming to Exanima anytime soon. Hey, you guys hear that? I don't know if my microphone actually picked it up because I have really good filters. I thought Maddock was not that impressed with RTX. He says that it could actually improve the GI system, but by how much I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we're talking about Cyberpunk, baby. It's the game I was playing with the Pon Pon song. Yeah, the Pon Pon shit song. The one that you really like. Pon Punch it, Pon Punch it. Hey Conrax, you too. Having a great holiday, actually. One of those holidays where you have fun at work. Now get back to work. This isn't. Yeah. You guys make work not work. It's actually more fun doing work when I'm on stream, surprisingly enough. When I'm doing it off stream, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just going through the motions. But when I'm on stream, talk about penis jokes, and it's really funny. Christmas party Zoom call. No, we didn't do that for like dev stuff. Unless are you like suggesting we should have a Christmas party Zoom call, or are you asking if we had one? Because we didn't. Oh, by the way, if I'm ever like 15 minutes late to a dev meeting, uh, usually because I'm on the toilet. I'm like 10 minutes late to the dev meeting, and like someone messages me, "Hey, how come you're on your phone and not in the meeting?" Like, how are you supposed to respond to someone in a situation like that? Oh God. By the way, do I make coffee dairy? No, Maddock does. We just proofread for like clarity and stuff like that. They want a picture. You're the worst reply ever. Alright, time to group loop this. Gotta go do some group loopits. Group loops is one of those things I can't really pronounce when I have my headset on. I don't know why. Like the not being able to hear my voice really messes up my speech. I think I have like noise canceling headset on. I want to merge everything. His brains out as usual. I have nothing better to talk about. It's really sad. I really need to pick up some other hobbies besides just gaming and 3D modeling. Did I make it already? You made a suit of armor? It's been 3 days, 7 days. Oh, you mean like the coffee dairy? Yeah, Maddock makes the coffee dairies. Our Lord and Savior, Maddock. Whenever I say the word, say the name Maddock or I hear the word Maddock, I always think of like Puella Magi Madoka. You know that anime? I don't know why. It's just I associate Maddock's name with the anime. I'm always like, Maddock? Oh yeah, Puella Magi Madoka. Martial arts and miniature, yes, hobbies. Well, it's like also uh time, I guess. I'm really time starved. I have like no time anymore. Yeah, I might take those up, those hobbies up if I actually have time. What Maddock means anyway. Lore. Wouldn't it be crazy if there's like an NPC in Exanima and that was just like named Maddock? Like name an NPC after the lead developer. He comes out of like the shadows and then he challenges you to a duel. Oh, you know, it'd be really cool if like I can like make a character for each developer and then put it in the arena so uh like you can fight us. You can fight our developer characters in the arena. That'd be awesome. And then you get like developer armor. I really want to make developer armor. I mean, even Terraria has developer armor. Where's the Exanima developer armor, right? And we gotta get the Exanima developer armor. I mean, even Chris Wilson has like a character in game. Like, doesn't he have like Krilson? Krilson the Fisher? Isn't that based off of Chris Wilson? Create yours, Zeth, and show it to us. I should. If I remember not allowed to stream something, I gotta make that like a personal project of mine. Gotta make a Zethros armor. I mean, I kind of already did, but I could always make a better one. That is kind of like a project I need to revisit. I would like to update my profile pic for Discord. Perspective. Kind of like a hacky method of doing it. I really should have fixed this beforehand, but it worked out fine. You know what would be cool? Has anyone here played like the Warcraft 3 custom maps? Like, what if you can make custom maps in like the Exanima engine and stuff like that? That'd be so much fun. But we gotta wait on that. I guess that's gonna happen eventually with mod support. But man, I guess I'm just reminiscing about like Warcraft 3 custom maps. Who didn't? It was good times on StarCraft 2. Yeah, I think that's how World of Warcraft is born, right? Like Dota and WoW is born out of custom maps. I'm not sure about WoW. I think maybe they were already planning that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they uh, took some notes from the custom maps. Because there's like custom maps where you just like control one hero and just play through the entire map with it. Fun times. I remember there's like this goblins versus humans ship game. Man, there's a lot of custom maps, weren't there? Like people back then, working on custom maps had a lot of spunk. they really they really learned they really knew how to make stuff, like make mods back then. I guess like all the people who made mods for custom maps back then are probably already in the industry now. Like they've got to be. Yeah, there's like so much attention to detail. Like the really high-end custom maps, like the most popular ones, they could basically qualify as games, standalone games, just using the Warcraft 3 engine. Yeah, there's like a ton of mini games too. There's like even maps that teleport you to different mini games in the same map. I think like Minecraft sort of emulates that today, but there's no substitute. There is no substitute for that. Some really smart programmers who made those custom maps. Additionally, there's less documentation about how to actually program stuff in a different engine. I don't even think Warcraft 3 had proper modding support either. Maybe it had like I don't know. Did it even have its source code? source code available? I don't think so. I think they just like figured stuff out on their own. Yeah, some legendary modders out there for sure. Played a mod called CRPG. That sounds familiar. Oh, on Warband? Okay, maybe I don't know about that. Because I haven't played Mountain Blade stuff. But I know there's like CRPG on Warcraft 3. It sounds really familiar to me. That is. Yeah, there's a lot of like tower defenses, Warcraft 3. CRPG is a generic term. Okay, makes sense. Peasant Wars. That sounds. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe there's a lot of similar names in between like modding communities. Because there's definitely like some sort of peasant war thing, Warcraft 3. Exanima mod support when? Long time. It's gonna be a long time in the making. Sucks, I know. I really want mod support too. But you have to remember, it's just Maddock. He's just like coding on his own. And like extra programmers isn't gonna speed that up. Unless you find like extra programmers of Maddock's caliber and also his thought process, which is gonna be very difficult to find. Okay, yeah. It's not a single Japanese weapon, but you think the generic samurai character would still be OP. Alright, so it's if there's ever mod support that's added, uh, there isn't going to be a samurai character, but there is going to be an anime. There's going to be a skinny anime girl using a massive sword. You can bet on that. Well, maybe not a massive sword, just like a really fancy, like your typical like MOBA styled League of Legends fantasy girl. You're definitely gonna see that, guaranteed. Along with Thomas the Tank Engine. Man, I wish I could play like Warcraft 3 mods again, with my old buddies from high school. But I know if I like download the game, call them up, they probably don't have time. They I haven't contacted them in years. And also like I probably get bored of Warcraft 3 really fast. An old fart now. Like a dried, used up old fart. I want to make another Kriegsmesser. They're pretty fun to make. And also they look hella wicked. Hella wicked, yo. And not just like Skallagrim's Kriegmesser, which is what the existing Kriegsmesser is based off of, if you guys didn't know. I think that the Kriegsmesser we have now is actually inspired by Skallagrim's. Yeah, we need a few more of those once procedural weapons arrives. Kriegsmessers and also falchions, of course. This one. Need the tip here. The tip. Green. Luck loops. Went like a great sword size Kriegsmesser. Like a Kriegsmesser. A Zweig Kriegsmesser. Zweihänder Kriegsmesser. Could be cool. Pauldrons are getting a bit close together. Have to do some resizing. Sometimes pauldrons would be so large that they would overlap, actually. So this is actually kind of kind of accurate. I'll have to adjust that so I can actually have ripped edges on the other side too. Later. Wait, are you saying you want to have like a crossbow that can decapitate your enemies? You know that actually happened. I'm kidding. I don't think that ever happened. I don't know why people like the Executioner's sword so much. I personally don't like it. It just looks ugly. Is it just because like it's like the first sword that you get that isn't rusty? Is that why? The one we have in Exanima is hella ugly. Uh, I can't remember if I made that sword or not. I feel like I haven't made that sword. I don't think I made the Executioner's. You gotta have like an ornate Executioner's sword. Just like all blinged out, like gold. A golden Executioner's sword. And then after that, we'll have a diamond Executioner's sword and a platinum Executioner's sword. We'll have Executioner's swords for the whole family. Not sure if you watched your stream, but you only use gear from levels 1 to 3 to clear level 7. Wow, pretty badass. I don't know if I could do that. I'd be chugging potions. I guess if I like really concentrated, if I just like had my eyes glued to the screen, I might be able to pull that off. Let's just get rid of this one. I don't think that's... Flow material. Plating. I know chat is kind of whizzing by now, but I gotta keep my eyes on the goal here. So I can make this armor as good as it can be. Okay, let's go depose this, and then we'll shift some stuff around just so I can have more room for the roped edges on the other side. Well, actually, let's go save it first because sometimes, very rarely, but you'll sometimes get a crash on T-pose. The mesh is too complex, but I don't think this one is. Hey, Netmyers. Hey, Captivating Capybara. Hey, Madari. Update soon. It's always soon. It's always soon. This wait feels longer than the last ones. I don't know why. It's just that maybe it's because I know there's like no new content coming. It's just gonna be like a lighting and materials update, which I understand is like super important for the game. But like I kind of want like new stuff to play too. Yeah, the armor can be pretty good. You often take the plate stuff off. Yeah, like locational armor is it's like having like a helmet and like arm armor is really really good. Just armoring the areas that you get hit most often is a good idea. Pretty good plan. That over. And try and do the same on the other side. Close up. OMFG, he said it for all of us. Well, yep. I mean, everyone already kind of knows that there isn't going to be any. I don't think there's going to be any new content for the GA update. Like the content's going to be for the arena update. The Proctor set. Oh my god. Don't bring up the Proctor set. I could probably make a better Proctor set by now. Like 5 times better. I should just redo the Proctor set at this point. Hey, Bat Squid. Ahoy. Yar, matey. Just do it. Just do it. Don't let dreams be dreams. Keep the patterns in the buckles. I'd do it, but Madak would be like, no, your armor is good enough. Yeah, update other parts of the games first. It's like 2 years old at this point. Probably like 3 years old at this point. You haven't seen the Proctor set? I think it's pinned in the Exanima Discord channel. Either in the Exanima channel or the Insider channel. I mean, it's just like a Burgonet with like a breastplate. I don't know why you guys get so excited over that. I mean, I guess it looks alright for like an officer of the law sort of look. Just like a Burgonet, a Bevor, and breastplate. I think there's like some there's some gauntlets and pull-ins and counters. Almost like a full plate. Bar for content. That's what the drop does. I feel like I kind of feel like a person who doesn't water their plants. I'm like looking at the wilted plant. I'm like, oh man, I keep forgetting to water the plant. But there's like nothing I can do since like the building doesn't have water or something. Wow, this is taking a long time to T-post sub. I'm glad I saved it. Because I know you guys are just like looking at nothing right now. It's just like a frozen screen. Same here. Ah, okay, there. Extracting subtools. There we go. That was a bit sketchy. Bit sketch. Oh yeah, there was a Proctor hat too. I don't know if that's coming with the Proctor armor. It might. I included it in with all the files that I sent to Maddox, so has it. Used like a piece of new armor. Man, I was like an armor making machine when I was working full time. That's kind of one of the reasons why I switched over to full-time work for Grinding Gear Games, because I just make too much armor, and then like Maddox and the rest of the team gets overwhelmed with the amount of armor that I add to the game, and then it's just like them working on adding the armors to the game and nothing else. And also like there's a lot of stuff that we need to do with improving the armor system. Just like the layered system, it needs some improvement. It's better to do the improvements early on when there's fewer armors than later when I just keep piling more armor onto the armor pile. Right. Tifa is subbed. Let's go save this. Is it one of the dev diaries? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I'm pretty sure if it's anywhere, it's pinned in the Exanima channel on the Discord. If anyone has the screenshots, sure. Welcome to PM that squid with the screenshots, because it's basically public knowledge at this point. Yeah, clipping is one of those issues that are really difficult to work with. There's uh, a lot of things to do with the layered armor system. It's a real pain in the butt. Basically, it's really difficult to get right. I know like Maddox and the rest of the team has spent a ton of time on the layered armor system. Seth said he can do it better. You want to see? Well, you're kind of seeing it now. Like this is kind of the extent of my skill, the pinnacle of my skill at the moment. I know, like who knows? A year from now, you'd be like, oh yeah, I can make better armor than this. That's kind of my goal. Like I want to keep growing as a 3D artist. I have a feeling in a few years, this is not going to be up to par, as good as it is now. Like I want to be good enough to where I can like offer my services to museums, and I'd be like, hey, can I make like some 3D armor if you guys have like a project that you guys want to do? Like maybe like a museum wants to have like a reenactment of like some battle or something, and be like, yeah, I can make authentic looking armor. I don't know, like that. I want to eventually do stuff for like movies and TV too. So it has to be basically movie quality at some point. Like if there's ever a new Lord of the Rings, I want to be there to 3D model the Nazguls. Yeah, differently ranked armor is something that we've already done. Like if you look at the armors in the underworld, there's like different tiers of armor for the factions down there. Go the entire set. There you go. You put on the render steel. There it is. Four viewers. Oh my god. Oh my god, Zors. Welcome, fellow Armour otakus. I think it's been that high before. So either the World Breaker. Wait, World Breaker, what the heck? That was like a sword from World of Warcraft. Like World Record. I'm the big Twitch streamer now. Oh, I pon pon. Watashi pon pon. So addicting, man. What if it was reversed? What if it was dick lore and butthole jokes? Would you guys still be there for me then? That's the real question there. I have to make these flutes a bit more exaggerated. Because when I group loops, it's gonna shrink back a bit. Same here. Oh, what's that? Is that like a... Something's weird here. What if we just loops it? It's gonna be fine. I think so, yeah. That is, but it'll work. Might be one of those pesky invisible polygons. Or an aether. Not that again. Anything but the poor aether. That's where Zulik's sandbox is. Got to group these. That. This one. Oh, I should probably do some clip curve too, because these edges are not as straight as they could be. I'm just missing a whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of steps. Group comments are the last resort. It's the last resort if I really can't think of anything entertaining to say. I'd say poor Nather is last of the last, even below poop comments. Now that I'm a big time streamer, I really have to think about the quality of the content I produce. That was my shit today. Just really upfront about it. Just skipping all the social protocols, going straight for the poo poo. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a bit rushed though. I gotta say, it's one of my rushed one of the most rushed shits I've ever had in my life. Like, I have my phone. I was sitting on the poop chute, uh, handing out orders for my porcelain throne. Have like a few. Why is my girlfriend laughing? And then you just have like a few minutes left before the dev meeting, right? It's like counting down the minutes, wondering how many more turds I can shove out my bumhole. Yeah, it's like just imagine like a Mission Impossible movie. Instead, it's just death on the toilet. And there's that awkward message that you have to write like, "Are we having a meeting today? Because of Christmas?" And then like Maddox's like, "Yeah, yeah, why?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'll be a few minutes late. That's all." And everyone's wondering, "Hey, why is Seth on his phone? Can he be in the dev channel by now?" Like shit, literally. Mr. Bean movie. I don't know. I would expect a Mr. Bean movie to have higher quality content. I want to watch Pink Panther movies again. With like Inspector Clouseau. Those are good movies. A similar type of humor too. Was the cartoon based off of the live action or vice versa? Can't remember. I feel like the cartoons are older than the live action. Although I could be wrong. Kind of before my era. Yeah, I've seen The Jerk. That's a good movie too. Such a classic movie. He's so excited to get a job as a gas station clerk. But I mean, we all felt that way getting our first jobs, I imagine. So it really works out well. I can't imagine any other actor other than Steve Martin in that cast. Gotta throw some rivets in here. Move the place. Setting a bit higher up off the surface. Yep, rivets everywhere. Let's go start with the fan braces and then work our way up to the shoulders. Where is the gauntlets? Hide those. We already have rivets for the gauntlet. Looks like we already have rivets. Fan braces, although we could add a few more here, like spring rivets. Like 0.5 small rivets here. All right, fan braces are done. Add some counters. Not a whole lot of space there, is there? So Zeth, now that the engine stuff appears out of the way mostly, does the team feel like progress on the story and other gameplay elements will progress quickly? Well, that's the plan, right? Once all of the larger systems are finally done, it's gonna be a lot easier and a lot faster to add all of the story stuff, all the content. Yeah, it should really speed things up. Right, counters are done. Braces. There's this weird bend here. Let's get rid of that. Like this bulge. There's a bulge. I'm not gonna do the T-pose thing. It takes way too long. I'm just gonna merge them together. Oh, this thing already has rivets. That's cool. Much better. Could beef up the arm a little bit though. It's looking a bit on the skinny side. If you look at upper and lower cannons or rear braces and van braces, IRL, they're actually pretty stout, pretty sturdy pieces of armor. Mostly because of the gambeson underneath. You need some room for the gambeson, as well as their clothes. Where's the van braces? At the counters, so that they line up. Merge these there. I just merge everything together, really. So IRL, this plate in the middle is supposed to be one plate, but we can't really have that as the armor in Exanima is modular. So -1 point in realism. The more you know. I should add like a edge, roped edge. Let's see what it looks like adding a roped edge here. Some counters have roped edges, others don't have roped edges. Some just have normal rolled edges. So there isn't really a consensus on of roped or not. Well, think of it this way, right? You're gonna need to have the engine stuff done either way. So instead of shipping out a game where like the engine is like half complete, so everyone has to work twice as hard, 3 times, 4 times as hard, just like dropping stuff into the map, creating custom assets for like these tiny little things that could be done procedurally. Uh, you basically like have two choices: either work efficiently or not work efficiently. That's basically what it boils down to. So working efficiently would be to make the engine as good as you can, and then build your game. Obviously, like people won't understand. Not everyone would understand how important that is. So you're gonna have to live with that. That's the downside. And but like the downside of just like working inefficiently is like you work inefficiently, the game's gonna be pretty kind of like a hot pile of garbage when it ships because of all kinds of unknown bugs that came out of floppy work. They're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, unless you're just like just unless you just like say like fuck it, we're just gonna do this efficiently no matter what. That's where that's what Maddox that's where Maddox comes in. It also helps that we don't have any investors that are like or publishers that are like pushing us to release the game earlier before its time. Sometimes we do get like ahead of ourselves though, and Maddox says that the update's gonna come out any moment now. Uh, and yeah, it's hard to be hyped up. It's hard to not be hyped up as the devs working on their own game. That's kind of like the pitfall of No Man's Sky, right? They're just like super excited about their game, where it could go. So they're just like coming up with uh all kinds of cool ideas, but they ended up not being able to do the homework on those cool ideas. And then everyone's like, "Ah, a bunch of liars. Look at these liars." Dragging them through the mud. Yeah, any moment was in October. So yeah, like you can tell like where Maddox is in his headspace. He's got to get the update out. He really wants the update out. He doesn't want people to wait any longer. But at the same time, like he also he also realizes that he can't just push out something crappy, so it's the conundrum. Any moment between now and next decade. Exactly. How will we go about preventing clipping between clashing sets of armor? You really can't. The best thing you can do is just mitigate clipping as much as possible. But you're never going to be able to solve clipping. That's unless you just like hire a couple thousand people to test every single possible kind of combination of armor. And even then, like some combinations of armor on certain body builds will always clip, no matter what. So clipping will always be a thing in a modular armor system, unfortunately. I mean, I do try to, I do try my best to mitigate clipping as much as possible. I do have a guide that I use at the beginning of each armor, so I can sort of have a have like a size, like it's basically kind of like a ruler that I use on all of my armors. So I can compare that with any other armor and see if it overlaps too much. I don't know if I like the roped edge. I have to keep it thin. I guess it has to be like a thin roped edge. Let's go inflate it by 0.5 instead of 1 and bite it. Let's see what it's like. I should probably make the spikes brass too, just to fit the brassy little theme. That. I guess the roped edge improves it slightly. But I don't know. I look at, I'm comparing them. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the roped edge or unroped edge? I'm having a hard time deciding. It's really difficult to decide which one. Roped edge on the left or unroped edge for the counters. Now how, you're good at this. You're good at, you have an artistic eye. Roped, you guess? Alright, we'll go with roped. Now how I usually know what's up. Yeah, it does look pretty good actually. Gives it that more finished look. But like, sometimes, a lot of the times actually, counters don't have roped edges. But it's like a 50-50 thing. Move the edge. I don't think the edging is on par yet. That out. There we go. Oh yeah, you'll also be able to have like the black armoring with gold trim that everyone loves. Honestly, I think the people who are going for the black armor with gold trim should really go for like the blued armor and the gold trim. That's more like classy. But I guess like there should be like a really really dark blue, like a dusky blue. That would look awesome. It's kind of like the classic blued armor gilded look. For sharp edges on the armor, will there be plans to? No, I don't think so. Maybe for like gauntlets, because we do have, like Tony's gloves, boxing gloves. Do gauntlets actually increase pugilism damage? Do you guys know if it actually does that? Because if it does, we should add extra pugilism damage to all of the gauntlets that are in the game. They don't. Ah, we should add like extra damage if you're wearing gauntlets. I think that's something that should be in the game, especially if there's already boxing gloves that do that. Go ask Medak. I know, right? What's the point of having splintered gauntlets? Yeah. I think it'd be hard to have the spikes on the elbows do damage, but I can definitely see Gothic gauntlets doing some pretty heavy punch damage, especially like versus unarmored. That might make like like a no weapons run for Exanima more viable. Just where the best gauntlets you can have, like punch everything to death. That could be fun actually. I'd do that. I'd do that if I weren't so busy playing Cyberpunk 2077. I'm kidding. Yeah, it'd be pretty fun. Uh, okay, so we have the rivets here. Don't have the rivets here. That's some here. Yeah, right. Like a ton of a lot of people talk about punching people with gothic gauntlets, but it's never been done before in a game. Exanima could be the first game where punching someone with gothic gauntlets deals a decent amount of damage. At least I don't know of any games that have medieval gothic gauntlets that deal extra damage. I'm guessing that this small detail is just slipped by the wayside because of all the really large systems being added to the game engine. All right, we're gonna add the rivets to this plate here and then gonna call it for the night. We're at the 2 hour mark and I'll stream again for the rest of the week, same time as always. What? So weird. Wait. WTF? Oh, that's because I don't have material on. Wow, what a rookie mistake. Like trying to apply the material on the rivets 20 times in a row. Yeah, that'll be all for today. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for being awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Crush that like button. Check out our t-shirts on Patreon. And no, I don't. I'm just kidding. Later, guys. Happy New Year's.